Hello, I'm Isabella Colello.
And I'm Delaney Kepner.
Welcome to ABC 50's Remarkable Women Special.
Tonight we will highlight 4 amazing women from the North Country who are making a difference in our community.
Last year, we named Dr. Janice Gravely as our winner, and she is the commander of the American Legion in Carthage, where she serves veterans in our community every day.
Describing Dr. Janice Gravely of Carthage, New York is hard to put into one sentence, but it surely should begin with the word service. Although now retired, she served with the U.S. Army, first as a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear explosive officer, and then as a signal officer for 28 years. Throughout the nearly 3 decades, she traveled the world, including to Bosnia, South Korea, Germany, was deployed to Iraq, and lived across the U.S., all during which she dedicated time to giving back to others.
While I was in the military, I always volunteered. Every place I went, and I guess that's just the way I was raised. I gave something back to the community. So we did the food banks, we did various support, the book reading clubs, whatever the community needed and we could be a part of, we did that.
After retiring from the service, it didn't take long for Dr. Gravely to begin serving her local community. She volunteered with the Red Cross, became a volunteer with the Carthage Rescue Squad, and then found the American Legion, which even in the small community of Carthage connects service members from across the globe.
As a retired military person, I was a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars while I was in Europe. Did not realize that the American Legion is the largest veteran service organization in the world, and the things that they do for the community. And once I found that out and became a member, they just put me to work, so all bets were off.
Following this realization, she quickly became a well-known face of the Legion, which led to a history-making accomplishment. In the spring of 2021, Dr. Gravely became the first female commander in the Legion's 101-year history.
When I was first elected, I was just blown away. Again, the fact that, this is small town USA. Carthage is a population of around 3,500 people. Most people in this area have lived here all their lives. They know each other. They're related in some shape, form, or fashion. And the fact that they would entrust this to an outsider, it was just unreal. And I'm just so appreciative that not only did they trust me to elect me to become the commander, but they have supported me unconditionally.
As the commander, she is now a leader for service members in northern New York. But Dr. Gravely said this unstoppable drive came from her upbringing from her mother, who taught her lessons of kindness and support regardless of the attitudes of others.
There was never anything that I couldn't do. She was my biggest cheerleader. She always pushed me to be the best.
Our first finalist is Amanda Stickle, who is a strong woman in our community who supports local business through her participation in Watertown First and also through her own business. Amanda Stickle became the CEO of Stickle Financial Services 8 years ago so that she was able to prioritize her family and grow in her career simultaneously.
The primary purpose was I became a mom, and there was a lot of needing to spend time with my kids. I also struggled with postpartum depression, so working full-time, going to school full-time, and having 2 toddlers was insane. So I took some time off and then focused on my kids and then started growing my business.
Through her business, Stickle is able to focus on doing what she loves.
I really enjoy helping small business owners, especially women, gain clarity and confidence in their finances, because that's a really scary thing for a lot of people. So that's what I do. I help with their bookkeeping, tax planning, tax strategy, and just helping them have confidence to plan their business and grow their business.
And her hands-on approach allows her to see a change in her clients that is fulfilling for both sides.
Seeing the shift in people and having confidence in their business and just in themselves, like the number one thing I see is people working so hard in their business and then not paying themselves. And then seeing that shift and then seeing the reward that they have been working hard and getting that financial confidence and just in general confidence is amazing.
Stickle stresses the importance of having a support system and is proud to become a person that her clients can lean on throughout their own journey.
The biggest thing is to know that you're not alone. Everybody kind of has these mindset shifts that they need to go through as a business owner and just as a person in general. And having support system is really, really helpful. And that's what's helped me a lot, is having support system in my family, in friends, in business in general, and all sorts of different support systems have been really helpful.
And her experience in her own business led her to support other local organizations.
For Watertown First, I think the biggest draw was the local community and business. Being a business owner myself, thought that was a really important key thing to help in our community, and just to be more involved.
The passion that Stickle has for the local community is easy to see through her efforts.
3 times more of your money stays local when you shop local. And even if you don't shop local, just support local by sharing local businesses' pages and things like that. We also host events to help support local and get communities together, like the block parties and the holiday market. And then I also am on the board of Family Counseling Services.
It's clear that Stickle is making a significant impact in the North Country. However, she continues to attribute her success to the others around her.
It's kind of awkward because I'm a very humble. I like to do things in the background and let other people get credit. But it is really nice to be recognized and get that credit. It's a lot of hard work. I also couldn't do it without my support team on my board members and my volunteers and my family.
And she continues to advocate for others to identify their passion and get involved in any way they can.
The biggest thing is to find what you're passionate about and then find local groups that deal with what you're passionate about. And you can, even if it's not directly related to your expert field, it'll be beneficial of them to get your expert opinion on things. And if there's not something out there already, don't be scared to create your own group and start with whatever you're passionate about.
After the break, we'll hear from our next finalist, Dr. Katie Clough Perrin.